If we're looking for the best attack helicopter, there are probably a couple we can mention. There's the AH-1 and AH-1A variants still operating in the United States, the first dedicated attack helicopter produced in America. Or possibly the Vietnam-era MH-47s, heavily modified transport helicopters armed to the teeth. The AH-64 Apache, which may be armed with air-to-air missiles, or the AH-64E Strike Eagle. All of them are fantastic, but Russia's Ka-52 has a particularly compelling argument in its favor. In this video, we will see how the Ka-52 is the most terrifying helicopter in the Russian Air Force inventory, how the program began, and what qualities it has to strike dread into the hearts of enemies. So stick with us until the end. They're commonly compared to the AH-64 Apache of the United States Army. Chinese media outlets such as the Eurasian Times and the South China Morning Post had reported that Beijing was considering purchasing the Russian assault helicopter last year. Moscow has been promoting this as one of the most devastating combat helicopters in recent years. Last year, it was on exhibit at the Dubai Air Show, intending to attract more attention from overseas buyers. It has been reported by the Eurasian Times that the Chinese People's Liberation Army Navy plans to purchase up to 2 squadrons, or 36 units, of Russian-made coaxial or contra-rotor attack helicopters Kamov Ka-52K Katrans to operate from its Type 075 landing helicopter dock, or LHD. After abandoning its native Harbin Z-10 attack helicopter for the Russian platform, Beijing could find itself in a predicament. According to several reports, this helicopter has been taken out by man-portable air defenses. The Ka-52, also known as the Alligator helicopter of the Russian Air Force, is an all-weather attack helicopter. It's an improved version of the Kamov Ka-50 series, which had only one seat in the cockpit before the introduction of the twin-seat model. The Kamov Design Bureau has created the fighter helicopter, part of Russian helicopters. The Kamov Design Bureau had agreed that the Alligator would be kept small, quick, and nimble in order to improve its survival and lethality. The Ka-52's features. There are 2 antennae on the Ka-52's radar system, one on the body and one on the nose for aerial targets, as well as a softer nose profile. The helicopter's day and night TV/thermal sighting technology allow it to participate in day and night combat. Air targets and tanks armed with air defense weapons can also be defeated by its high survivability and firepower. According to legend, the Alligator is the world's first operating helicopter with ejection seats. The Ka-52 Alligator has a length of 16 meters and a height of 4.9 meters. The primary rotor has a 14.5 meter diameter. Its 10,800 kilogram takeoff weight can be handled because of its powerful VK2500 engine. It differs significantly from the AH-64E Apache Longbow in terms of design. Ejection and rocket parachute systems are integrated into the helicopter's catapult crew rescue system. Anti-tank missiles, rockets, and air-to-air missiles can be stored in 6 external wing storage. The Kh-35 anti-ship missile, which the Ka-52 can carry, provides a significant advantage for the Ka-52. It's possible to use the Hellfire's 16-pound warhead for anti-ship purposes, but the Kh-35 has a 320-pound warhead and an 80-mile range. A Kh-35 launched from Richmond, Virginia can sink a tanker in Norfolk's harbor, whereas the Hellfire can only deal with small ships at close range. It's worth noting that the Ka-52's rockets are slightly larger at 80 millimeters compared to 70 millimeters. With an armament advantage, the Ka-52 can fly at 186 miles per hour instead of 173 miles per hour, making it somewhat quicker. The Apache can travel 1,180 miles in a straight and level flight, whereas the Ka-52 can only reach 683 miles in the same situation, and it has a higher ceiling with a maximum altitude of 21,000 feet compared to the 18,000-foot ceiling for the Ka-52. As a result, the Apaches could cover American soldiers atop Russia's Mount Elbrus, while the Ka-52 flitted around pointlessly at 3,000 feet below. This might mean a lot of difference in areas like Afghanistan. As a result, the Ka-52 is an excellent chopper to have in your collection. It can carry a wide variety of weaponry. It's fast and has a good range and flight ceiling for its size and weight. As for flying against it or flying under it, be careful. It's a dangerous situation. With the exception of a boat within 80 miles of shore, you can see why the Ka-52 is at the top of so many lists when you take a look at them. In the past week, the Ukrainian military has been blocking Russian troops from taking major Ukrainian cities, including Kyiv and Dnipro and Lutsk. Several people were killed, and a large number of people were displaced as a result of the Russian military's bombing and explosions. China's interest in the Ka-52. Beijing sees Taiwan as a separatist province that must be reunited with the mainland, even if that means using force. Warplanes from China have been flown into Taiwan's air defense identification zone in an attempt to frighten Taiwanese residents. China's purchase of the Ka-52K was motivated by the lack of a large assault helicopter capable of operating from ships for amphibious operations and ground attack. However, another element influencing China's decision is the country's inability to develop one inside its own aerospace industry. Due to its relatively small engine, China's Harbin Z-10 assault helicopter is designated as a light medium-weight helicopter. As the development of the WZ-16 turboshaft engines continues, even the most recent variations remain powered by the WZ-9 turboshaft engines. When Pakistan chose the Turkish T-129 ATAC assault helicopter, they were concerned about its engine's ability to function. For the Ka-52K, the Klimov VK2500 produces nearly twice the power of the WZ-9 turboshaft engine, which generates 1,300 horsepower. Furthermore, it is unable to carry its maximum payload of 16 HJ-10 anti-tank missiles. Even the armor panels are composed of graphene, which is lighter than steel because the engines can't lift it. The Russian Ka-52K weighs 12 tons, compared to the Z-10's 7 tons, making it significantly heavier. Chinese war exercises and drills have long anticipated destroying medium and heavy armored ground targets in the event of a land invasion, which could be in none other than Taiwan. As long as the PLA Navy and Air Force have the ability to take down Taiwan's air and naval assets, heavy attack helicopters will be needed to take down smaller sea and land targets during a land invasion. It is claimed that the Ka-52's rotor blades can withstand small weapons fire, including 12.7mm armor-piercing rounds and 23mm bullet fragments. Because of China's tendency to overwhelm and confuse opposing forces, the country has predicted that Taiwanese anti-aircraft units will have difficulty defeating these rotorcraft. The first flight was conducted in 1997 and its development began in 1994. The Ka-52 was ordered from Russia and production began in 2008 in a restricted number of models. Only 30 helicopters were delivered to the country's armed forces up until that point in time. 191 of them served in 2017. The Alligator's naval variant was shipped to Egypt in 2017. Algeria also purchased the helicopters and the first shipments began in 2019. The deadly and agile Alligator. Since 2 people can fly it, the Kamov makes a great training tool. It's easier to handle the helicopters in battle with a precise layout. Turbocharged TV3-117 VMA engines power the Alligator. Coaxial rotors on both sides of the helicopter allow it to be extremely agile. The Ka-52 is one of the world's most nimble helicopters, capable of taking off and landing quickly. The assault helicopter's ability to fly with only one functioning engine is another intriguing feature. The Ka-57 has a battlefield management system, which allows the aircraft to share data with other aircraft and third parties. As a result, it's possible to use the Alligator as an aerial command center for a group of aircraft. Using this information, the air fleet can plan and carry out attacks on specific targets. Onboarding the Ka-52. The Kamov Ka-52 Alligator retains all of its predecessor's offensive capabilities. 6 external hardpoints allow the helicopter to carry a variety of armaments. In addition to the anti-tank Vickr and Vickr-M missiles, the air-to-air Igla-V missile, and bombs, there are a variety of other possibilities. The helicopter can launch 12 Vickr-guided missiles for anti-tank missions, accounting for most of its sorties in Ukraine. Even though these weapons are powerful enough to penetrate steel armor up to 1,000 millimeters thick, they can still hit their target from 6 miles away. Because of this, even the world's most fully defended tanks can be destroyed by Vickr missiles. With its lethal qualities and skills, the Alligator has proven to be the best Russian aircraft to date. However, whether the U.S. Apache and other top-tier planes can compete with this remains to be seen. Will Ukraine and the United States be able to stop Russia's Air Force, which is now leading the military backgrounds and employing lethal aircraft such as the Alligator? If you liked this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel for regular military updates. Also, don't forget to leave a comment in the section below. Thanks for watching.